What defines a hero? Is it capes?
Thank you for being a hero. Aww. Thank you.
Yay! Yeah. You are enough. I have enough. I grew up on Santa Rosa Avenue. My mother's a refugee from Cambodia, and she survived the killing fields. So I grew up in a predominantly Southeast Asian community who survived genocide. What we suffer from is the erasure of our culture. When my mother was brought here, there was no discussion on America bombing Cambodia, and there was no help. So our people were brought here and just dropped off. There was oppression immediately. No resources, right? Lack of acknowledgement, like that you exist. Being a woman or a young woman growing up with a community mainly made of immigrants and refugees, that's who we gravitated as community. When I was 5, my mother met someone who was an abuser who was part of the church, LDS church, and I grew up in an abusive home, and to cope, my mother discovered alcohol. She worked really hard in this community, but what was lacking is at home, it was trauma on top of trauma. There was a moment when I was 5, I was put into my first coma. And I remember that moment of standing back up before I just was out. And from that moment, I just had this awareness. I just knew I was a fighter, and I knew that I was meant to do more. That's where it comes from, is that fighting nature of surviving when I was younger. That carries through in how I live life and how I move through life. How has my work impacted the community? I feel that there was a lack of representation. It was just immediately we were providing representation. And that hasn't been done yet in Sonoma County. And it's created this safe space. And that was innately why I started Love and Light, is to push the narrative, to bring it back to the people. I didn't really want any credit for it. I just wanted to inspire